Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Sudoku Universe. So, in 3 episodes, we've gotten 6 puzzles done on easy. So, I don't want to drag out this series forever. So I think it makes a lot of sense to let's jump up to the medium puzzles. I've gotten the interface done as well as I like it. I could see myself using some of the hint system a little bit more. But honestly, I think it is best to just have no distractions. To the point that, honestly, if I was colorblind or if I just didn't like the color, it kind of sucks that there isn't a pure black and white mode here where it would have no color in the background. Yes, the background looks nice in blue, nice enough in this color gamut of blue, but it is slightly distracting, to say the least. So, I would also say the music's fairly distracting. I could see myself just sitting completely in silence with no music, playing the puzzle with a black and white background. Let's see. This one either is a 1 or this is a 1. And since that's the case, this could be a 1, this could be a 1, and this could be a 1. I think that's all I can really do with the 1s at the moment. We know that this could be a 1 too, I guess, and this could be a 1. 2s come down this way, so this could be a 2, this could be a 2, and this could be a 2. What I'm really gonna look for here, no, none of these could be 2s, what am I saying, is what I'm gonna really look for is if I feel like there really is a major difference in the mediums versus the easies. This has to be a 2 because it can't be here and it can't be here, which means either this is a 2 or this is a 2. Also means this is not a 2, and this can't be a 2 because of that, and this can't be a 2 because of that, so that is a 2 there. Two's blocked off here, 2's blocked off here, meaning either this is a 2 or this is a 2. 2's blocked off here, 2's blocked off here, meaning either this is a 2. We actually know that's a 2 because this blocks that, and one of these 2 I think has to block that off. Yeah. Let's move on to the 3's. Either 3 here or 3 here. Can't be here because of that, so that's a 3. 3 here can't be here, so that's a 3, which then means 3 here can't be here, so that's a 3. And then I think we may have already done everything we can do with the 3's. There's a 3, I guess, here because this blocks this blocks that, this one blocks that one, this one blocks that one. And I think we've got all the 3's on the board. Moving on to 4's. What can we do with 4's? Well, one of these here has to be a 4. always has to be a 4, which I don't even think it's worth marking that. Let's look at this column. We kind of know that there is either a 5 or a 6 in this. Since the 6 can't be there, that has to be the 5, and that has to be the 6. And that helps. And we'll go back to 4s. Let's see if that helps anymore. I don't think it does. Skipping the 5s. 5's blocked off here. There's a lot of options. Still. 5 here. And then almost certainly there has to be a 5 in. Not that one. Either here or here. Which means the 5 has to be either here or here in that section. And then in this column we're looking for a 1, a 5, and an 8. And this can't be a 1 or a 5, so pretty much has to be an 8. And this can't be a 1, so this has to be a 5. And thus, this one has to be a 1. In this row, we're looking for a 4, a 7, and a 5. So it can't be 4. Can't be 7 or 5. So it's got to be 4. Then 7 or 5 can be here, but only 5 can be here. So 7 there. Okay. Slowly making progress, a little bit slower than before. This would be a tall order to fill in these 4 pieces, but let's see if we can figure it out. Or is it easier possibly try and fill in these 3 in this segment, because this would need a 6, an 8, and a 9. Do we see a 9? This could be 6 or 8. And this could be 6 or 8 or 9. And this again can be 6, 8, or 9. In this cube, this grid segment, we need a 4, a 5, and a 9. Could this be 4 or 5 or 9? Yes, it can for all of them. Could this be 4, 9? Yes, it can. It can't be a 5. Could this be 4, 5, or 9? Yes, I think it can. So I'm doing a lot more pencil marking now. We're now looking for a 4, a 6, and an 8. Could this be 4 or 6 or 8? Yes. Could this be 4, 6, or 8? Yes. Could this be 4, 6, or 8? Yes. So instead of filling in a full bottom row like we have on some of the easier ones, we are now more filling in a lot of pencil markers. We can fill this one in with the 6, which then makes this an 8, which then should bring this down to a 6 and a 9 pair. Okay. That means this one here or this one here is an 8. Let's see. looking for a 1, a 6, and an 8, and a 9. That's a lot. I think all those can be 1, 6, 8, 9. I think this one can't be 6 and can't be 8. Could be 9. This one can't be 8 because of this cube. Could this one be 6? Could this one be 9? This one can't be 1. Could it be 6? No. Could it be 9? Yes. I'm probably missing something here. Either that or there's just a ton of pencil marks still. In this row, we need a 1, a 5, and a 6. Yeah, I guess that's it. Can't be 6. Can it be 5? Yes. Can't be 5. Can it be 6? Yes. This one can't be 1, but it can be 5 or 6. Then in this row, we need a 5, a 7, and a 9. I think we can do 5, 9 here. No 7 because of that. I think we can do 5, 7 here. No 9 because of that. And then 5, 7, 9. Yeah, and I definitely am feeling like this is a more difficult puzzle. Let's go with the column here. In this column, we're looking for a 1, a 4, and a 5. And I guess I need to explain what I'm really doing here. Is I'm just taking all the numbers that are locked in, but not the pencil markers, and then I'm pencil marking and adding to existing pencil marking. This one can't be 5, this one can't be 1, so this one has to be 4 in that spot. That leaves us with 1 and 5 here. And then in this column, I need a 6, a 7, and 8, and a 9. Okay. 7, 8, 9. All seem like they can be there. 6 can't be here. 9 actually can't be here because of that. So 7 has to be here because it can't be 9. Well, nope. It could be 8. I almost made a mistake there. Yeah, and I think I just want to pencil mark everything here on this medium puzzle before I start trying to go through the numbers. There's a real possibility here that if I just started looking at like all the ones, I could find something that would match, but then there feels like there's a real possibility if I did that I wouldn't find a match. Let's try it though. I just basically did look through all the ones, and I'm not really seeing any new matches. Let's try the 2s. 2. It's not helping there. Let's see. Let's try the 3s. I think I may have already gotten all the 3s anyways. Yeah. 4s. There basically has to be a 4 in one of these columns. Can't be this one. There's a 4 down here. There's probably a 4 up here. And then there's just no telling whether there's a 4 here or here or here. Moving on to the 5s. See if we can figure anything out about the 5s. No, I think 5s are going to be about the least helpful of the numbers so far. 6. You have a 6 here, you have a 6 here, we have a 6 here, which means there needs to be a 6 either here or here, and it can't be here, so that's got to be a 6. Either a 6 is here or here. We could de-pencil mark that 6. Moving on to 7s. I think my brain has started to turn to jello a little bit because I'm recording these episodes back to back. So I'm exhausting my mental facilities with every new episode, but I also cranked it up to medium difficulty. So that too is almost certainly a factor. Okay. If the 8 is here and the 8 is here, then the 8 has to be either here or here. And then 7s. 7 has to either be here or here. Well, I guess 7 could also be here. Let's try 9s. But 9 is coming down this way. We have a 6 and a 9 here. 9 coming this way and a 9 coming this way means this has to be 9. That eliminates this 9 and eliminates this 9, which means either this is 9 or this is 9. Do I have anything that would tell me which? I'm not sure. Don't feel like I do. You have a three-way solution here that once we figure out one of these, we'll solve the other two. And yeah, it feels like we're going to have to start using more advanced logic to coordinate which answer is the right answer. Although, in fairness, particularly with the digital version of the game, you can certainly just guess and try things out. And that's where save states as an option might be useful. In fact, it's useful enough to at least see what turning save states on does for the interface. Gives you a save and a load button in the corner. Interesting. So you could just save something, try it, and then load if it didn't work. Probably won't use that ever. Right, well, in this column we have 1, 2, 3. We need a 5, we need a 7, we need an 8, and a 9. Can we do 5, 7, and 8 here? Yes. Can't do 9 for that reason or that reason. Same is true here. Can we do 5, 7, and 8 here? Yes. That all looks good. But you can't do 5, 7 here. Only 8, 9. And you can do 5 or 9 here, or 7. But you can't do 7 here. So do we have possibly a logical solution here that says this has to be 7 because one of these two have to be 7? What is preventing this from being 7? I don't think anything's preventing it from being a 7. I just don't think I marked it. Yeah, we've got a lot of pairs. It would be the one thing that's not really pairing up with anything that would make sense. This one is marked just 4. Can it not be 1? No, it can't. Can it not be 5? No, it can't. Can it not be 7? No, it can't. Can it not be 8? I don't see anything that prevents it from being 8. This 2. 2 prevents any of these from being 2. And this 2 prevents that from being 2. So we can do that much. This one can't be 9 because there's already a 9 here. So we have a 4, 8, 6. This one can't be 8. And this one can't be 8. So then that's 4 and 6. Can this be 5 and this be 5? No. Can this be 5? No. So this is 5. Because there's already 5 in this 3x3 grid, and there's already 5 in this 3x3 grid. And that's the kind of logic I generally am not paying attention to. Since neither one of those can be 8, we need an 8 that can be filled in now. Which, that helps, I think, quite a bit. And I imagine that's where some of this is going to have to go, is I'm going to have to just look around and see if in the 3x3 grid there's already a number matching that's already been used. Although I'm not really seeing a solution off the top of my head. This one can't be 5. So then that turns into a 4-9 pair. Do we have anything that tells us anything? I don't think there is. Once you start to see these dominoes, is what I've heard them called, that does tend to be an indicator that they're balancing out on something. There's a 2 here, or a 2 here. 2 can't be here. If the 2 can't be here and the 2 can't be here, then that has to be a 2. And that would mean we need a 7 or an 8 here, which can only be 8, which can only make that 7, which can only make that 8. Okay. We're missing a 1, which I think pretty much no. That's a 1, so I'm gonna kind of guess on that one and hope that's not wrong. If that's a 1, that means that has to be a 5, and that means that has to be a 1. So we've got quite a few pieces now locked in, but still enough to question. Okay. 8 can't be anywhere here. And there needs to be an 8 here. And there needs to be a 8 in this cube and an 8 in this cube. And if this is blocking, it doesn't tell me anything, does it? 5, 9. Does that tell me anything? Well, this one needs a 4 in this row. And 4 can't be here. So we can put that in. And then we already have a 5. So that's got to be 9. Which makes that have to be 1. Which makes that have to be 5. Okay. Making progress now. Slowly eliminating options until there are no more options left. So you've got this 4-7 pair, and then you've got quite a mess over here. But I think if this is only 5, 6 are capable, which is I think the case, is we're looking for 1 or 6 and it can't be a 1, so it has to be a 6, which makes that have to be a 1. Okay. And then this is looking for an 8 and a 9. And it can't be a 9, so it has to be an 8, which makes that a 9, which at least eliminates that pencil marking. So we have a 7-8, 7-5 domino here. Otherwise we completely have this top row filled in, and we all in the same way completely have this bottom row filled in. This one can't be an 8 now, and so we're looking for a 4 and a 6, and it can't be a 6, so it's got to be a 4, which makes that a 6, which makes that a 4, which then makes that 7, which gets rid of 7, and so we have 5, 8, as options. Wait a minute, something's wrong here. We have a 5/8 over here. So and I see we have a 5/7 up here. So I'm thinking maybe this was a 5. Again, I'm kind of guessing now. I'm putting more up for a chance and hoping I'm going to get this right. At some point, this will fall apart if I'm wrong, and it'll only lock into place probably if I'm right. There is an interesting question here as I'm choking and coughing as far as, is it more important to be right, or more important to be right for the right reasons, following an actual logical path instead of just guessing? Because inherently I could program a program to just guess every single possible combination. Is that the right way to solve any puzzle? Probably not. That's what you would typically call cheating. I could also poorly program a program to try and solve Sudoku puzzles and have logical flaws in the programming just through natural mistakes, and that still wouldn't be correct. That would lack robustness in that case. Alright, well, I just got the letter U for the achievement, which I'd gotten the letter Y before, so it seems like you don't get a specific letter on the keyboard for accomplishing specific puzzles as much as you get a letter on the keyboard that just is based on the number of puzzles you've solved, which that makes it less likely that you could solve specific puzzles in specific orders and spell something out in that aspect, but you certainly can still spell something out on your profile, on your Steam profile that nobody looks at and very few people even remember exist. Like Steam trying to have some social media elements to it, but really early, simplistic attempts. Not anything that actually makes a lot of sense, or it actually worked in any way. Let's see. May not be able to do too much with ones, so let's go ahead and jump to twos. Looks like we'll be able to do more with twos, but still may not be able to do that much. So let's look at threes. 3 here, 3 here means there's either a 3 here or here or here. Okay. Can we do anything else with threes? No. Not really. 4 here. 4 here. And really can't do anything more with fours. I'm doing the easy work right now, when it might be more logical to do some more challenging solutions or puzzle solving elements. 5 you can basically do nothing with. 6, yeah, there just aren't quite as many clues or as helpful clues in these, which would imply to me that some level of game testing did go into how they sorted these puzzles out, unless there's some unknown mathematical formula I'm unaware of to determine how difficult a Sudoku puzzle is. It might be as easy as just adding up how many starting clues you have, and that may be good enough to determine whether it would be a medium or a hard puzzle. Let's see if we can do anything with 7s. Well, not really. Anything with 8s? Well, we can mark that as possibly an 8, and that is possibly an 8. I suppose you might logically work the other way around this. It would be a lot of setup work to mark everything with a pencil mark for all the numbers, and then eliminate them as you learn and deduce things. It'd be nice if you could just start that way, if that's the way you'd like to play. Logically, that makes more sense to me, to basically do this on every single blank piece, and then come in here and remove things as I'm thinking things through. There's a 9 here. Okay. And then there's a 9 here. And so there has to be a 9 here. Means there's a 9 here. I think I've maybe gotten all of the 9s on the field. And see, I question whether it would be worth it to go around in circles again and do the 1s now. I think we're gonna have to do more thinking than that. So let's look at this column. We need in this column a 4, a 6, and an 8. Can this be a 4, a 6, or an 8? Yes. Can this be a 4 or a 6 and 8? It can't be a 6, but it can be a 4 and 8. Can this be a 4 and a 6? It can't be an 8. Alright. Then I guess what we'll try and figure out is, do we have any better options? What's this row here? This row needs 3, 8, and 9. Can this be 9 or 8? No, so it basically has to be 3. No, I'm wrong. It wasn't 3, 8, or 9. It was 3, 8, and 3 or 8. Yeah, which that's fine, because it still can't be an 8. So that solves that row. Also, I guess can remove some pencil marks there. What's the next row we want to do? Row or column? Well, we have a 4, 6, and an 8 here, or a 4 and a 6 here, or a 4 and 8 there. We just filled that in. Let's just look at this segment here. We need a 3 and a 4 and a 5. 5 can't be here, so it's gotta be that. And so then it's just 3 and 4 in a domino. Let's see, I guess this is the next one to look at. This is a lot. It's a 3, a 5, a 6, and an 8. Alright, well, here, this could be a 3, this could be a 5, this could be an 8. This one can be a 3, a 5, a 6, or an 8. This can be 3, 5, 8. This one could be 3, but not 5, maybe 6, and maybe 8. That's just a lot of numbers filled in, a lot of penciled in numbers. Let's just try this row. We need a 1. We need a 2. We need a 5. And we need an 8. 1, 2, 5, and 8. 1, 2, 5, but can't be 8. 1, 5, still can't be 8. Then 1 and 2, it can't be a 5. And then this one can't be a 1. And it can't be a 5. Which of the 1, 2, 5, and 8 that it could be, then this one can only be 2. Which then this one can't be 2. And we already said it couldn't be 5, and then we already said it can't be 8. So it has to be 1. Which means this one can't be 1, so it's either 5 and 8 because it can't be 8. Which means this one is 8. That worked out better than I thought it would. And maybe the extra work will pay off. But it does seem like it's going to get more complicated. Here on this column, we need a 3, a 4, and a 5. Not a 5. A 3, a 4, and a 6. Can this be 3 or 4? I think it can. This can be 3 or 4, but it can't be 6. This can be 4 or 6. Okay. I feel like there's probably an easier solution than what I'm going to do here. We need a 1, a 4, a 5, and a 6. Could this one be 4? Yes. I think it can. It can't be 5. Could it be 6? Yes. Can this be 1? No. Can it be 4? Possibly. Can it be 5? No. Can it be 6? Possibly. 1, 4, 5, and 6 in that case. And then 1, 5, and 6 in that case. This segment here needs a 4 and a 5 and an 8. Can we put an 8 here? So, no. So it could only be 4 or 5 here. Could we put a 4, 5, or 8 here? Yes. Can we put a 5 here? No. Do we have any other really good candidates, or? Yeah, it feels like now would be a good time to just go through the numbers again. Just look at the ones. Inherently, we know that there's going to be a 1 either here, here, or here. And then if this is a 1 and this is a 1, either this is a 1 or this is a 1. We may not be able to pull any other information out of 1s, so let's look at 2s. If this is a 2 and this is a 2, then we know either this is a 2 or this is a 2. And if this is a 2 and this is a 2, then we know this is a 2 because of that blocking that one. Which means either this is a 2 or this is a 2. Which we'll mark that. I don't know if we can get any more information from that. 2 coming here, 2 coming here. This is a 2 or this is a 2. Moving on to 3s. 3 going up here, 3 going up here. Either this is a 3. Nope, we already got a 3 there. I don't know if we can really do anything more. If we know a 3 is coming down this way, because it has to be, both for 3 and 4 this direction, then we need the other numbers. We need a 3 here, and we need a 3 here. So that could be a 3, that could be a 3, and that could be a 3. This can't be a 1 here, and we need a 1, a 3, a 5, and a 7. Okay, can't be 1, can't be 7. Can it be a 3? Yes. Can it be a 5? Yes. Could this be a 1? No. Can it be a 3? I think so. Can it be a 5? Yes. Can it be a 7? Yes. Can this be a 3? Can this be a 5? Can this be a 7? I think this is a 1. Yeah. So, a little solution there. Does that help with anything here? Well, it tells us either this is a 1 or this is a 1. That ticking clock sound effect in the music really just feels inappropriate for a timed game. So, should I go back to looking at 4s? Or should I try to solve it with more complicated logic. Four here, four here, four here. Four somewhere here. Basically means either this is 4 or this is 4. Let's look at the 5s. Well, either I haven't gotten that far to determine whether this could be a 5, or I determined this couldn't be a 5. I don't see a logical reason why this couldn't be a 5 though, on either one of these. This one's can't be a 4. This one could be a 4. Is there really nothing here that's going to be easy? I guess that's the ultimate question, right? What could happen to make this easier? Let's look at the 6s. Let's see. Well, if you have a 6 here and you have a 6 here, then this has to be 6. Okay. That brings this down to, it can't be a 3, so it's gotta be a 4. And that brings this to a 3. And that may solve a lot more than what it seems like at first. So if this is a 3, then we are only looking for a 4 and a 7. And maybe we can't get that yet, but that this does potentially give us a domino. Hold up. If a 2 can't be here, then we know one of these has to be 4 and one of these has to be 3, which means that this cannot be 4, so it has to be 7, which means this has to be 4. That eliminates things, so now we only really need a 5 and an 8, and a 5 can't be here, so that has to be an 8, and then that means the 5 has to be here. That then means this is 4. Okay. And still, weirdly, I don't think tells us the solution to these 3 pieces, but whatever. We are closer. Can this be 3? No. Okay. What's the other number? Looking for here. 7. Can't be. This can't be 7. Can this be 7? I think it can. Can this be 7? I think it can. Up here we need an 8, but we can't have an 8 here, so that's nope. So that was 4 and 6 domino. Okay, so that's still not solved. In this row, we're looking for a 1, a 2, well, this is 4, so this can't, it kind of has to be 6, which means this has to be 4, which means that gets down to 1 and 6, but doesn't that, not sure if this is right. Is this 6 for real? Or am I just guessing? What's the number we're missing here then? We're missing an 8. 8 couldn't have been here. 8 can't be here. So that's gotta be it. Then can't have a 4 here, and we don't need a 4 here. We need a 3 and a 6. So can we have a 6 here? No. So that's got to be 3. And then that's got to be 6. Again, I feel like I may be guessing way too much instead of actually following a logical path. If this is not 3, then it's 4. What's the other number we're looking for? We have 1, and then a 2, and then 3, 4. We're looking for 6, I guess. And 6 can't be here, so it's got to be that. Again, fingers crossed. We are full on fingers crossed mode at this point. This 6 goes here, this 6 goes here. This 6 has already been satisfied. A 3-5-8 combo here should have something that breaks that pretty quickly. Okay, what are we still looking for in this column? A 5 and a 4, which pretty much has to be this and this. And then in this segment, what are we looking for? 2 and a 1? Does anything prevent this from being a 1? No. Does anything here prevent it from being a 1? No. Feels like should be closer. Let's just, I guess, try and evaluate this row. We're looking for a 1, a 2, and a 7. Can a 1 be here? No. Can a 2 be here? Can a 7 be here? No. So it has to be 2. We're looking for a 1, a 2, and a 7. Well, a 1 or a 7 now. Can a 1 be here? No. Can a 7 be here? Yes. So that's a 7. So then that's a 1. Okay. We are looking for, in this row, a 1, a 2, a 3, and a 7. 1 and 7. 1 could be here. 3 could be here. 7 can't be here. 3 could be here, but 1 can't be here, and 2 can't be here, and 7 can't be there, which I think means that's just 3. Let's see, a 1, a 2, and a 7. 7 can't be here. And then a 1, a 3, and a 7. 1 can't be here, so it's either 3 and 7. Then this one can't be anything but 1. Again, fingers crossed mode. It makes me think everything here lines up as such. I'm hoping you would really hope that, like, the cross references as you're looking at entering a number, you would be able to just subconsciously look at the columns while you're also looking at the row and making sure everything checks out. But honestly, I don't know if there's a real truth to that line of thinking. Like 2 is not what we have left, and neither is that. We're looking for 8 and 5. 8 can't be here, so it should be 5. It should be 8. Right. That gets rid of that. And that. So we have a 3 and a 5 in this column, and we have a 3, 5, 8 in this column, which we should turn into just a 3 and 8. Can't even be an 8, can it? I think it straight up is just 3 or 7, and it can't be 7, so it has to be 3, which then makes this 7. So we now have a 3 and 5 pair here, but it can't be 3, so it's got to be 5, which makes this 3. And yeah, we've gotten these 2 rows, but it's taken much longer, and I knew it was going to be dangerous to start a second puzzle at this high level of difficulty. It would just cause the episode to go really long. So we have a 3 and an 8. 3's already been done, so that's an 8. And then that leaves only really the 5 there. Yep. And I guess the only thing as far as the achievements, I just got the letter I. So 2 more puzzles being done would get me the letter O and P on a QWERTY keyboard at the top row. So then the question is, after those 2, will I get the opening bracket and close bracket, or will it just wrap around to the ASDFG second row? It's kind of funny that they're giving it to you in this order. And I wonder if you change the language, would you get the achievements in a different order, since many other languages wouldn't be by default in a QWERTY layout. I think we are probably past the point of needing to have QWERTY keyboards. I think it's probably wiser to, if we're going to teach any kind of keyboarding, teach stenography or whatever it's called that they use in the court system, where you're basically pressing multiple keys at the same time to sound out words, but it's way faster, and you don't have to move as fast to be way faster to spell out words that way. Yeah, medium, clearly more difficult than easy, so I imagine in the next episode hard will be even more difficult. And I hope we don't get too crazy with Master Ninja Pro Pack 2, Pro Pack 3, because certainly the puzzles could become a nightmare at that point. We probably should expect to only possibly solve 1 puzzle per episode going forward. That's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.